Oh, 2 secs. Hello? Oh my God, Danny, hey, how are you? It's been so long. Oh my gosh, wow, maybe 6 months, I think. I'm doing fantastic. How are you? Tell me, what have you been up to? How are the kids? How was that new job? Yeah, that's all great. I'm just calling because you used to design websites, didn't you, a couple of months ago? Why, yes, I did. How can I help? And in today's video, I am going to help you recognize if you do have a circle of fake friends, but also how to watch out for the warning signs so that you don't get more fake friends in your life. And today's video includes this stress bucket. Intrigued? By hell you are, don't move an inch. Hey, welcome back to the channel. My name is Danny De Silvers and it is my job to help you find a way to reparent yourself so that you can just live an awesome life where you are thriving and not surviving. So your job on this self-development journey so that you can thrive and not survive is to take a look at your stress bucket. This is basically how much you can tolerate. And as we add more sections and stress levels into the bucket, eventually we are going to hit overwhelm and burnout. And that is when the worst of us comes out. So naturally, us with our attachment traumas, we've already filled a portion of the bucket. If we have a mental health diagnosis, we fill another part. If we didn't sleep enough, we have another part of the bucket filled. And if we have fake friends, well, that's going to help overwhelm us more. So let's dive in so you know who to avoid and why. The subtle put me down. They always give you subtle digs and hints that you aren't doing things good enough. There's the backhanded compliments to make themselves feel good. Their self-esteem gets in the way and their self-worth raises when they know that yours is getting lower. They only contact you when they want something. Oh, 2 secs. Hello? Oh my God, Danny, hey, how are you? It's been so long. Oh my gosh, wow, maybe 6 months, I think. I'm doing fantastic. How are you? Tell me, what have you been up to? How are the kids? How was that new job? Yeah, that's all great. I'm just calling because you used to design websites, didn't you, a couple of months ago? Why, yes, I did. How can I help? Of course, friends can ask each other for favors. That's what friends are for, but for the fake friends though, they don't maintain and keep a relationship warm with love throughout the rest of the months. Instead, they kind of just disappear and then come back to you when they want something. Remember, friends are for life, not just for a little pick-me-up. Which actually also includes emotional offloading. Just because they didn't actually call you for a physical favor doesn't mean that they are still not fake people, because they can offload their thoughts and talk out loud to you and basically just use you as a free therapist. Which means they will talk and over-talk, interrupt you, and they don't actually ask you how you are. And if they do ask you any follow-up questions or ask you anything, it's usually along the lines of, let me just ask Danny a quick question so she doesn't think I'm being a rude ass and then I'll talk more. They will ask you for advice and help, yet they never actually take that advice and continuously end up in the same cycle. And you're just like, Rachel, we did this last month. When will you ever learn? Damn it, woman. These people do not seek guidance from self-help books. They don't go to therapists or talk to other people. And instead, they will make you feel guilty for hating time spent with them, because at the end of the call, they may say, wow, I can really open up to you and talk to you. You make me feel so much better. Fake friends lack self-awareness and they will always come back and forth to you to offload more drama and patterns of destruction. You find that you are holding back many conversation topics. Let me start this point by saying that friends are friends because of the mutual understanding, the equal love, compassion, and respect that both people have for each other, meaning that you are allowed to have different viewpoints to your friends. And just because those views don't match, the relationship is still strong and both people respect each other's choices and they do not push their views. Now, for a fake friend though, they will push their views onto you. They expect you to like everything that they do, and they become like insulted when you don't share their values. They may even mock you and try to persuade you to change your views through guilt tripping and also sending you extra long articles and extreme messaging to back up why you should convert to whatever beliefs they have. You know what? I'm interested in your spiritual beliefs and I wouldn't mind opening up my mind and finding out more. This is the invitation for friends to then send you articles. That's healthy and respectable. Sending articles and long messages when someone doesn't ask for it is not respectable. Friends agree to disagree. Fake friends push their views. So if you do find yourself avoiding certain topics and walking on eggshells to not set your friend off, well, have a think. Is this person actually worth knowing? And if you aren't sure, the answer is no, hell nah. Please don't waste your time with someone that does not respect you. Another sign is they are never around when you need them. Do they leave you on red? They don't answer calls, yet you know they always have their phone in their back pocket. Perhaps you reach out directly and say via text, I'm having a really stressful day and I just need to talk to a friend. Can I call you for 10 minutes? But, whoa, they don't answer. And as you suspected, they've left your message on red. This is because they don't have the energy to help you through your problem and offer you self-soothing, and that's because they are fake. Maybe this type of person lets you down with plans and cancels last minute. Now, of course, friends don't always have to soothe you during your time of distress, as that is your responsibility. But also, they are allowed to cancel plans if something else crops up. Usually though, if you have that feeling in your gut that they are very flaky and ignoring you with no valid reason, I would say always trust it. They are not in your corner. A fake friend will not intervene when necessary. They will not stand up for you if someone talks badly about you. They may just smile to keep the peace and say, yeah, well, I kind of agree with what you said. If someone will not stand up and fight for you, they are not worth your time. They never include you in the conversation. Notice if they actually include you. Are they talking with you or at you? They don't really ask you many follow-up questions. They don't even notice that you have taken a step back in the conversation and you have clocked out. They will talk over you just to make you hurry up and finish so that they can carry on talking. And they only direct the conversation to you when they are out of things to say. And if on the phone they ask you how you are doing, but then you hear them doing something physical in the background, like cleaning the toilet or making toast, because that's really loud when you're buttering up the toast, well, they don't really care about what you have to say. They don't really know you, which is sad. When you notice this one happening, it can really hurt. You may receive gifts on your birthday, making you actually scratch your head like, does this woman actually know me? They may talk about another person who is really interested in your hobby and then explain that hobby to you and not realize that you enjoy that thing too. Now, I once had a conversation with a fake friend, which is no longer in my life, who was telling me about zero waste living and how its movement is getting people to refuse as much plastic as possible. And I just remember standing there, raising my eyebrows, wondering like, did you forget I once had a big YouTube channel directed to zero waste awareness and how I had a podcast and was on BBC Radio and how much that was a big deal to me? This can show itself in many different ways. Forgetting your partner's name, forgetting your dietary requirements, forgetting what you enjoy. And it's not so much that they have really forgotten, it's just they don't respect you enough to value the things that you find important, sadly. They lie to you. We all tell lies, small white lies from time to time. True friends never feel the need to lie, and if they did, the guilt would eat them up that they would confess and come clean pretty quickly. Very important, this one. They do not respect your limitations. Remember the stress bucket? Well, if you have some form of a limitation, it means you kind of raise what's inside that stress bucket so you have a smaller tolerance scale before you actually become overwhelmed and get very emotional. So you may have limitations physically or mentally or emotionally. Now, a friend has to respect these, but a fake person will expect more from you than you can actually give. A great example is if you need to cancel a plan with your friend last minute because you know you need some self-care. And you know if you pushed yourself and gave any more, you would reach breaking point and burn out. So if this person tells you how disappointed they are that you cancelled, they get annoyed or angry or even try to reason with you and guilt you to still going out with them anyway, is not good, because a real friend understands what you're going through. They would never want to push you to do something that you didn't want. Yeah, they may feel a little bit disappointed that you can't go to the cinema with them, but they get over it. Real friends know your limitations and they are willing to work around them to maintain the relationship because you are so important to them. They will not respect your boundaries. Trauma survivors Us guys haven't been taught boundaries, so we lack them until we learn they exist and adopt them. I do have a video dedicated to gaining boundaries, so if you are struggling with that, with people walking all over you, go watch that video next. But a fake friend is always going to dismiss your boundaries. They will not respect them. They will take a joke too far. They will flirt with your partner. They will not stand up for you. They don't understand your limitations. They do not celebrate you. Did you start a new job? Did you lose weight? Did you finally leave that waste of space boyfriend? How did your friend respond? If they celebrated with you, amazing. If they didn't make it a big deal, well, that's a sign. A fake friend may be like, oh my God, congratulations, and send a couple of exciting gift faces. However, this is not true celebration. You deserve a friend who will still send those gifts, but wants to see you and call you and talk about it. They care about your emotions and want to give you the floor to talk all about your job interview. A fake friend does the bare minimum just so they can move the conversation on, so that it goes back to their needs and their conversation topics. You struggle to be yourself around them. If you struggle to relax and actually be yourself, it's your gut telling you that something's not right. Faking your smiles and laughter and putting your needs and interests aside is a typical thing that us survivors have done, but we should not have that any longer. And if that happens now in your friendship, it's not right. You are not comfortable with their other friends. We are the people that we hang around with. If it turns out your fake friend has a circle of friends that you don't really like and you're not comfortable with, so maybe you can see the fakery and negativity in that extension circle of friends, but not really noticing it in your actual friend. They do not lift you up. A fake friend will make you feel bad about yourself. And if every connection you feel that you are not good enough, you feel you have to change, you have to hold back, and you just feel ashamed to be uniquely you, it's a sign that this friend isn't really tuning into who you actually are. Real friends will always lift you up and boost your confidence. They talk about you behind your back. Ugh. If there has been a moment where you found out that they've said something mean about you behind your back, please do not consider them your friend any longer. A real friend does not say rude things about you. Of course, they can say to their partners, I'm so upset that she said that because I thought she knew how important that thing was. However, that's not really bitching, and a real friend will always bring up a problem with you and tell you how they feel. They will never badmouth you behind your back. They cannot keep your secrets. Yes, if you have to hold back from saying things because you know they will share it with others, well, reconsider, is this person actually worthwhile in your life? Because it doesn't sound like they are. They do not share their big news with you. Maybe you are talking on the phone or you are out getting coffee and they drop something in the conversation which makes you say, oh, wait, what? You never said this happened, tell me more. If you feel that you're the last to know their big news, it's because they do not value you as highly as anyone else. And there you have it, the signs of fake friends. So what you do with this information now is really up to you. I would suggest possibly going through this video with someone that you trust to identify if the person that you are thinking about is actually worth possibly removing from your life. Remember, you are important and you need to remove any form of bad friendships and relationships so that you can heal. I hope this video has helped. Let me know what you thought down in the comments below. Like and subscribe to make my day, and I will see you in the next video. Have an amazing day. Bye bye.